Okay, time to reveal my ski boots that I bought. Okay, so they're wrapped in plastic and they're in the box. Let me just put the phone down and the camera down, and we'll try and get them out of the box. So they're called Evolver, and they're KR Flex. They're made in Italy, as you can see, and I got the 22.5 size, which is my foot size, which I got measured. Now the original price was $499, so that's approximately what I paid, plus taxes obviously. Okay, so why are these boots different to these ones, the ones I'm about to dispose of that are split in the front? Okay, for a start, traditional ski boots have a liner inside, and then they have the bails, 1, 2, 3, 4 usually of them. They can be less, they can be more, and then they have several screws where you can adjust your tilt, your hardness and your softness. So there's the angle, the flex, and what you do is you have to get a tool to do that. So you just, it's like an Allen key sort of thing. So you just screw it up and down to make it customized to your what you desire. Okay, so there's there, and then you've got your bails here, which you open like this. Okay, and then you've got the strap obviously. So that's basically the traditional ski boot, and they overlap like this. They have so many different flaps that go over and under, and that was my problem. The bits here are the bits you can see, they're brittle and they split over time. Plastic tends to go brittle over time from hot and cold changes. So that was my problem. So I took off, I put on my boot, and I noticed the hairline crack near the front of the boot where the World Cup logo is, and I thought nothing of it. I thought, okay, the bails still work, you can still do it up, there's nothing wrong with it. When I came back to where I was staying and took my foot out of the left boot, this is what happened. Can you see the front flap is split and torn there? Okay, so that's the old boot. Now the new boots have bails, but they also have these cables. Now these are the spare cables that I purchased just in case I needed to replace them, and also the front flap, which I'll also show you in a minute. Okay, how am I going to get this out of the box? I'm going to try and just take the plastic off. Okay, now, you ready? Okay, so notice these boots look very, very different. Okay, so these are the front flaps here. Okay, and you need to get the right size for the right size boot. So these are for the 22.5 size boot. It's a flex 70, so you can go above 100. You can get 110, 100. You can get probably 120 if you're lucky. But that's the stiffness of your boot. So they're the original ones that were on the boot. Okay, so now he left them open because they were still a bit warm when they were custom molded, and so oops, we've got a tangle here. Right. Okay, these are the boots that I bought, and they're very, very different. They are what you call retro boots. So if you ski, you'll know that in the past the Solomon boots were step-in boots. So these are step-in boots. However, they have stiffness ratings. So I probably got the softest boot. So a 70 is pretty low, because I tried on a pair of 75s in Langs in the traditional boots, and they actually were stiffer, much stiffer. But these ones are so comfortable. and you don't have to worry much about getting stuck in there when the bail doesn't release, which has happened to me a couple of times where I haven't been able to take one of the bails off and I can't get my foot in or out. Okay, so what they've done is they put you click in these into the front here, on the front toe, and these are the refurbished ones. That's why I said these would look like Wonder Woman, because they've got the red and star on silver star on the front, and then the boot is actually blue, which matches the ones they came with, which are these ones that I have here. Okay, so they're my new boots. And what else is in here, I wonder? Okay, so there's some spare parts in here, which I'm not sure what they're for, but I'll find out. So there's the spare bits, and I might just add the other bits and pieces together. But basically that's it. They're my new ski boots. They have a strap just like the ones on the traditional boots. You can see they have the bails on the side, but they're actually not there's only 2 bails, or 3 if you include the one in the front, which is slightly different. You have to release the first one at the top first before you can do the others. It's based on a ratchet system. Now, I'm a bit skeptical about this. Is the only thing I'm a bit skeptical about is the ratchet system. I love ratchet systems. However, these ones look a bit dodgy, but they're not. They're actually apparently they're quite sturdy, because all the weight is on the back rivet, not the front. Okay, if it is a rivet, I'm not sure. Could be just a screw, like that. Okay. What else can I tell you about it? Not much yet, because I haven't tested them out. But if they perform the way they feel, then I'll be really happy with them. And the liners do come out, and you can actually get more advanced liners. I think I just got like not a basic, but a middle of the range one that came with it. So you can replace them with more advanced liners. And basically that's the ski boot. It's pretty, they're modern, but they're retro, if you know what I mean. So they're more comfortable. They're very comfortable. They're you don't want to get out of them, actually. They're actually that comfortable. But whether skiing in them will actually be just as technical as the traditional ones, I don't know. So I'll have to just wait and see until I get to my next trip to the snow, either in Australia or Canada, to actually test them out, and also to keep an eye out on whether they split or not, the plastic splits or not. The other option I did have, which was not recommended, was at I think it was the store next to Evo, and they actually had touring ski boots. Now, touring ski boots I've never tried, and apparently they're lighter because you have to get around backcountry, and the plastic is thinner. So to compromise, you have to do something. So with ski boots, you need them to have weight, and you need them to be quite sturdy. But with the touring ski boots, they're lighter, and the plastic is thinner. They don't last as long, apparently. And they also have on the base, on the sole, they usually have removable soles, because you put on like different soles for different environments where you're skiing down. And there are a few normal boots, traditional boots, that do that too. I think the ones I had before the Head World Cup, I think the Langs or the Solomons, one of them had a removable sole, and all you do is just unscrew it and then screw on the different soles, but they have to be obviously the same size and the same style boot, obviously, to fit. I tested also out the what you call yak tracks. I call them yak tracks. They could be called something else too, because there is another name and another brand. They're the things that go on the bottom of the sole here, so they go over the top, so it makes it easier for you to walk when you're not on the hill, and also to protect the sole, because they can get scratched and worn out if you don't have the replaceable sole type. So this has got a half It's got the replaceable, looks like, at the back, but I don't know if you can get a part for it. But so that's basically it. Yeah, the KR ski boots, retro style. So yeah. Okay, so this will be the end of this video while I dispose of my old boots in the dumpster downstairs, hopefully. I hope they don't mind if I do that. With my snowshoes, I left them at the Century Plaza Hotel because they said you can leave them in the room if you don't want them, and they were the ones with the split ratchet strap as well that was too expensive to replace or get someone to replace, if anyone would replace it, and too expensive to store while I went to Whistler. Yeah, so thanks for watching. See you in the next video.